What's going on, everybody? It is 12:30. Super tired, but have to bang this out for you guys. And I'm gonna try to hurry through this one. My wisdom tooth is frying me, so yeah. But this video is gonna be pretty much just like a short, just straight informational packed video. Gonna basically just teach you guys most of the things I've learned, from doing paid ads. And while I'm not the most experienced, I would say I have a lot of good info for majority of the people watching, because a lot of you guys aren't wanting and needing to learn from somebody who's achieved millions of dollars with paid ads, right? It's like most of you guys are in the starting phase or probably earlier in your journey, to where you can learn, relate more to someone who has recently started and found success. So yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about numbers, because I don't want to start talking about numbers in every video, but you guys can watch my recent videos if you're curious on how well I've been doing. But for reference, I've only been doing Facebook ads for about 2 weeks now, so but I've been I've learned much more in the past. But yeah, the first thing I want to talk about is product, right? Because it's obviously one of the most important factors, but it is not nearly as important as people make it out to be, right? Like, for most people, they see on YouTube, like how to find a winning product, right? And all this stuff, right? And it's just so false, man. Like, to think that so much of your success comes directly just from your product is so wrong. And when you start thinking that way, like super product focused and product first, for most people it'll lead to worse results, right? And so if you're wondering if it's not product, or you're saying product isn't like the overarching needle mover, then what is? And the answer to that is your creatives. So those are your ads, right? Your ads matter most, and your ads will do at least 95% of the heavy lifting, right? Like, if you see some of these top operators and some of these guys that really know what they're doing, they can make any product work, regardless of how saturated the product might be, regardless of how all of that, man. Like, at the end of the day, it just comes down to how well you know your customers and how well you can sell to your audience. And while the product, obviously a good product will help you even more, and that's the goal, right? Is a good product will ultimately help you convert, help you sell more. But the truth is, all this craze about a winning product isn't going to help you as much as it's framed out to be, right? So that's the first thing I want to say. Second of all, I want to talk about creatives, right? Like your ads, and more in depth about that, because a lot of people think, well, first of all, I'll say this: a lot of people are super honed in on the thought of how should I, like what structure and how should I run my ads? Should I run in the ABO? Should I run in a CBO? Should I do bid caps, cost caps? And I promise you, none of that matters. And while some certain things might work for certain people, for certain brands, some stuff might work better. What works better for other brands and other people won't work the same for you. And so you have to just see what works best for you, and just stick to one thing and just stick with it, bro. Like, if you're gonna run ABO, just stick with ABO. It doesn't matter what you choose, promise. Just target broad, right? Just put all your ads in one campaign, and just let Facebook do its thing. Facebook is so much smarter than you. So much smarter than you. It has years and billions of data points to base off of, right? It knows who to show your product to. It knows who to show your ads to. It knows who not to show your ads to. And so don't sit there and try to be smarter than Meta. Just let it do its thing. So as far as the ads go, when you're starting, and I'll say this, I'm not the best as of now, as I haven't scaled crazy high, so I can't speak on what it's like to scale. But what's worked for me in the testing phases is having, testing one desire. So you want to focus on one desire. So you're gonna, you need to do lots of research before you go ahead and sell your product. You can't go into it just stealing videos and not understanding your product and who you're selling to. So now with AI, this is super easy. You can make, like an avatar doc or research doc. You can get all this information, put it into Claude, put it into ChatGPT, Gemini, etc. And the AI can do a lot of the research for you, and it can help you a lot, right? But you can't rely on the AI. You still need to understand how to improve what the AI gives you. But to not get off topic, you're trying to figure out essentially what is the deepest emotion that is making your customers want to purchase, right? And so you do this through research, but after you do your research, you then need to test with your ads, right? Like, let's say you test 5 desires. You have 5 different desires for your product, and you're not sure what's going to resonate most with your audience. Well, then you're going to simply do, whether it's like 5 different ad creatives or 5 different statics, like image ads, and you're going to test what performs best. And then once you find the desire that performs best, you're going to stick to that first desire, or the main desire, when you're testing. So then when you have your main desire, then you can go deeper into the angles, right? So let's say you're selling a weight loss supplement to women. Okay, well, maybe the angle is, post-birth woman, right? Like I'm not in the supplement category. I've never ran weight loss, so I'm not the most familiar. But let's say the angle there, you found the main desire, and then the angle of that desire, let's say post-birth woman, right? So your whole ad would be targeting the angle to the woman who would resonate with that message, right? And so you can go then and test the different angles. And so once you find something that works, obviously you want to iterate and do much more of that, right? And so I'm not going to give you like a percentage of what you should do, but you should then highly focus on iterating on what is working. So I can go deeper on that. That can be a whole separate video, but you want to, do research on your avatar, on who you're selling to, and then test the desires, figure out what works, and then do more of it, right? Pretty simple. And another thing I want to talk about is offer, because offer is huge. And it's not commonly discussed, although it is. Offer is also huge, right? Because say I'm selling something to you. Let's say I'm selling, this wallet to you. If I'm selling this wallet to you and the deal to buy the wallet isn't strong enough within you, then you're not going to buy it, right? Like if let's say I'm like, oh, this is $300, and you're like, well, I don't really need the $300 wallet. Like I'm just going to get something else, right? And so offer is critical in, not only one, increasing your AOV, but 2, it really helps with your conversion rate, right? And so you want to craft an offer that, 1, makes sense with your business model. So let's say you're doing like MRR, you're selling supplements and stuff that can be bought every single month. Then obviously you want to lean into an offer that incentivizes customers to buy every single month. Or let's say your product can be bought multiple times. Well, then you should lean into the offer that can then increase your AOV the most, which would be to sell multiple of your product at once. Let's say your product can only be bought once and it's not replenishable. Then you can offer something like free gifts, which, just increases the perceived value that they're going to receive when they order your product, right? And you guys can obviously look at Alex Hormozi's equation for his offers and how he structures his offers. But yeah, it essentially needs to be like a no-brainer offer, right? Like somebody sees it and they're like, wait, this is almost too good to be true. Like, why would I not buy this right now, right? Like, I need to buy this now. And so going into, like, when you're testing your offer as well, you need to research a lot as well. You need to understand who you're selling to, things they like, things they don't like, because let's say, for example, you're offering an upsell, you're selling weight loss, right? You're selling capsules, supplement, and your upsell, let's say, is a 90-day workout plan. Let's say that your audience that you're selling to is already in the gym. Let's say like they're already fairly understandable of what they're doing in the gym. Then that might not resonate as much with them compared to somebody who's relatively new in the gym, who would probably be more incentivized by that offer. So it really comes down to who you're selling to. You need to know exactly who you're selling to then craft your offer. And obviously this comes with more time, more tests. You guys should definitely be A/B testing. Like I just launched an A/B test 30 minutes ago, basically testing my offer. I was testing, a free gift offer versus a BOGO offer. So still trying to figure out what works best for my audience, but you guys need to understand who you're selling to. And I feel like not many people talk about this, but think about how easy it would be to sell to somebody if you knew exactly what other products they've tried in the past, their reason for not buying certain things, the reason for almost not buying from you, their daily struggles, things they've overcame, challenges they have in their life. Like, think about how easy it would be to sell to somebody if you knew all that in depth. Like, if one of these customers, let's say a customer tells you their whole story, right? Like, they dealt with this, they tried this didn't work for them, and they've had recurring issues with this. Imagine in your ad, if you said all that person watching, bro, they'd be like, this ad is like spoken from heaven to me. Like, why would I not buy this product? And that's what you need to do. You need to figure out how to exactly speak to the person so that they feel that it's like, wow, this ad is speaking directly to what I need and what's wrong with me, and etc. And that's where direct response marketing comes in. And so you need to study that as well. But I could go off on so many tangents right now. But yeah, this video is already getting pretty long, I can't lie. It's time to cut this bitch. So shout out to y'all boys. Store is cooking. Today wasn't as well, but we're on the grind. My girlfriend's gonna be here in like 4 days, actually, quicker than I thought. So the video is gonna be super freaking cool on the channel, man. Super sick. I'm gonna get an Airbnb, vlog, fire shit. So be on the tune for that, and I'll catch y'all boys tomorrow. Peace out.